I was ignoring the dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I would not crash.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Yellow, go on, 80.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's how we do, D. That's how we
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's complete. James White. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Ooh, the juke. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Dolphins take
That's it,
over
baby.
first and
We gonna
10
work.
at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Come off the ball hard. Showing that. 6. Go. Watch the slant. Motion.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. This pass complete to Higgins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Ready. 57. Y'all not ready. Watch safety creep.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
All day, baby, all day.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
This is Homer.
Here we go.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Good job, D.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He's coming, double up.
They'll run this with Homer. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Travis Homer, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to White. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
4 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Pull it together.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mahomes going to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Going on the ground with Homer. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But this,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
52's the mark.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here's Mahomes to throw, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Three down.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Dolphins.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here I come again. 50's the mic. Rip left.
From the gun, Jackson. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down, Miami.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's our time. Hey, it's our time. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Watch the out. Mike 50, Mike.
And the blitz does come. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
He can't hang. He's not
Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Hey, 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, let's go! The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Jackson steps away to his left. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for the Dolphins. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Banjo. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Squeeze, double. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, baby.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Going up top. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Jackson on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And it's caught by Parker. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's Jackson, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
57 color, 57 color. Check.
To throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On third down, Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout.